Hello there, hi, welcome. For those of you who don't know, I have difficulty parting with things. Now this is something that I have been struggling with for about 20 odd years. I'm summarising, but I literally can't part with stuff. And it got to a point around 2014 where I had the equivalent of a warehouse full of stuff that I had never ever parted with. One of the many reasons I believe I have hoarded or hoard, don't know what term to use right now, is because when I was a kid, my grandma had severe Alzheimer's. We watched her deteriorate and she passed away when I was 8 years old. And that entire experience has stuck with me, even now. 3 of my parents have suffered with dementia and Alzheimer's, and for me it is a continuous fear that I will develop some form of dementia as well. And in a strange way in my brain, part of me feels that keeping hold of things will mean that if that happens to me, then I will have stuff to help me, especially stuff from my childhood. I don't want to throw anything away in case I need it in the future, but more importantly, I don't want to get rid of stuff, because in getting rid of the stuff, I get rid of the memories. It's amazing what you forget when you don't have a stimulus. So again, the idea of getting rid of stuff is quite significant. It's almost, in a way, for me, it's like facing a fear. Whilst I've been tackling this for my entire life, in the last year or so, I have started to make a dent in the possessions I have. I've done so well. There are lots of reasons why I felt able to suddenly part with lots of this stuff at this moment in time. The first one is I have not been able to access lots of the stuff for about a year, maybe more. I'd forgotten how much stuff I had and how much stuff I don't use or need. Number 2, my granddad died from terminal cancer in December, and whilst I can't go into depth as to how that relates to this, it does. It's still quite fresh, I still can't talk about it. At the end of his life, he wasn't worried about his stuff. It's just made my brain hurt. Number 3, a lighter one. I'm moving out. I know, I've said it so much. I can say that I am now moving into a flat. By the time this video goes up, I will probably be in the flat. And whilst my parents are letting my brother, sister and I keep stuff at this house, I need to take as much of my stuff as possible. So it's another reason for cutting down. So for the last month and a half, I have been going through every single box of stuff that I own. Here are a few time lapses of me going through all my possessions. These time lapses don't do the work I've done justice. My point and shoot camera actually broke this month and I've lost a few of my time lapses that I shot. So I've been recording for about 25 minutes and this is everything that I have accumulated so far. Obviously there's probably more I can get out, but this is my initial go through. It's a lot of stuff. But I couldn't film everything. Memory-wise, time-wise, it's been exhausting. But as of right now, I have got rid of about 10 different boxes full of paper, toys, shoes, books, junk. 10 boxes. I tried to hold on to everything for as long as possible so I could film, but I've not been able to film because it's chaos right now. So as I sit here today, I have about 5 or 6 different crates full of stuff to show, but this is only part of the stuff that I've got rid of. Whilst I know that lots of people won't care about the stuff that I'm getting rid of, I want to sit and go through on camera the stuff I'm getting rid of. Now there's too much to sit and vlog about every single item. Of course I'm going to video this stuff outside of YouTube as well, document it that way, but I will try and hold up a fair amount and talk about the stuff. The plan is to give as much of this to charity as possible, but because of the condition of lots of the clothing, I can't give that to other people. My parents and I have been laughing about the fact that I have so much stuff to donate to charity that the charity shops have asked me to come in waves because they can't take it all in one go. So anything that I can't donate, I'm going to take to the recycling plant where I live. They take old clothing, they wash it, they recycle it, some's turned into money, some's cut up for other purposes. So that's my plan. Back in November, I started recycling things. It was the first time I had done that. This clip is of me doing that for the first time. So that's what I'm going to do at the end of this video. Right, enough talking. That's a whole load of backstory. Let's get on with this. I'm going to give away lots of knot wraps and scarves, things like that. So, woo! A friend of mine called Tyler bought this for me in 2009. It's got my name on it somewhere. Ah, there we go, Rebecca. But I've had this years, it's very tatty and it's not what it was. Good scarf though. This scarf I've had for about 9 years. I felt like Tom Baker when I wore this. It's itchy, it's messy, it's going. Hey, I've had that since about 2002. Yeah, I'm probably gonna say dates in this, sorry. A jumper that I like but I never wear. Oh gosh, that's a bit fluorescent. Can't get it out. We have this massive dressing gown. I found it in a charity shop and I loved it because it made me feel like Joseph in the Technicolor Dreamcoat. I wore this in this video here pretending to be a character from Lost in Austin, I think. Oh, and when I pretended to be Joseph with his brothers. My goodness, that video is 7 years old this year. I love cloning. I miss it. That was just... We have a hoodie with cat ears. As I've said before, there are lots of things that act as stimulus for memories. So this skirt has a lot of memories from 2010. I wore this to college a lot. I remember wearing it when I had a particular boyfriend. So I'd like to move on from that if possible. That was a good skirt though. But I hate orange. I don't know why I liked it in the first place. My mum got this for me several years ago. She said that she liked it because it reminded her of the 70s. Oh, this was a horrible jumper. I don't know why I liked this. This is one of those jumpers that ages me when I wear it. When I wore this with no hair, I looked peculiar. I quite like the jumper, but maybe when I'm a bit older. I don't know. I don't think you should have to wear certain clothes because of your age, but I do think some clothes do tend to age people. Or haircuts. I was talking with someone recently about how they felt that when they had longer hair, they looked older, and when their hair was shorter, they looked younger. We have this. One of you gave this to me at my meet and greet in 2013 in Central Park, New York, and I love it. I have another one in here that's it's over there, that's very similar. Maybe I'll keep one. It's just so short. Shows my knickers. Oh, I remember this. This is too big. I wore this in one of my Harry Potter rant videos in 2009. I loved it, but I never grew into it. It makes my chest look very strange because my chest doesn't fill it out. I'll see if Mum can fix that. I don't think she can. If not, that's going. My mum's very good with knitting and stuff like that. I'm good at painting, I'm terrible at textiles. Ugh, that's gotta go. I went for a phase of wearing very weird skirts like this. I loved them. I used to wear them at the library. I used to colour coordinate all my tops and skirts together. I may have looked strange for my age. Oh, I remember this. There's lots of photos of me wearing that. Yep, there we go, that's going. That's going. Ugh, nope, going. Oh, now this my mum gave to me for a birthday in the early 2000s. It's a poncho. I tried this on the other week and it is too small. It's for a kid. Around the time I was 11, I was given this by a friend of the family, and this used to hang on the back of my computer chair. It smells nice. We have another poncho. Now I did wear that. That's more of an adult poncho. We have a pair of shoes. I think Mum wants those. And that's one box done. One done. 4 or 5 to go. Ooh. It's fine. Pair of gloves, they've got a hole in them. Black shirt, another fancy skirt. This is the skirt that I'm wearing in this photo here. These photos were all taken around the time I was preparing for my photography exam for A-levels. I got an A star, by the way. Yes, go me. Another weird skirt that I never really grew into. An itchy hat. Again, an ex gave that to me. I want it gone. Ooh. Now this is one of the first pieces of YouTube merchandise I ever bought. I bought this at Summer in the City 2009 or 2010, but I don't know which YouTuber this merch belongs to. But yeah, it's time it went, or became a painting apron perhaps. Oh, we have that. Nope, gotta go. Another fancy skirt. Now this big bag I have already sorted. This is all going to recycling. It might look okay on camera, but no, it's all falling apart. This was a really good scarf when I was bald. It seemed to complement my bald head very well. I like this scarf, but I don't really wear it in public anymore. You may remember this. That's falling apart. I do. Sometimes I wear clothes to the point where I can't wear them anymore because they're falling apart, like this. These have literally been worn to shreds. And Mum dyed them pink. They were blue originally. That was Mum's in the 90s. That's going. Ah, V, my granddad's dog, chewed this. This is my grandma's. We did keep some of her jumpers. My mum and I have worn them. I've worn them in videos in the past. This is me wearing my grandma's jumpers. But this one, its time is over. This, this is what's left of a scarf that I was given in a Sabrina Secrets magazine, perhaps? Or one of those other really girly magazines from the early noughties. Oh, and we have a gold one as well. We have these. I have a bunch of these in a variety of different colours that I wore around 2009-10ish. They were in lots of videos, including my Europe run. But yeah, they're falling apart. Oh, there's the blue one. My Ben & Jerry's top. I was given this by a friend and I cherished it. It was at a point when I was discovering Ben & Jerry's for the first time. It's gone. Oh, I'm gonna sneeze with all the dust. Right, just throw it all away. Remember that, Becca? Tights. Weird jumpers that I wore at college. Bedtime shirts. Okay, my play leader scarf from 2002 when I was a play leader in primary school. I don't know why I have that. Dancing costumes. Okay, that's definitely gotta go. No, gross. Vests, another weird skirt that I liked. I think that's for an 8-year-old. We also have lots of tights that have holes in them. A boyfriend bought this for me from Claire's Accessories. You can see me throw this scarf around in this video here. I used it to tie around my chest. Again, I don't know why. But I feel quite sad to get rid of that. I love tie-dye. Oh, I really don't want to get rid of that. I wore this in so many videos, like this. This clip is in 2009, and then if we skip forward 5 years, this clip is in 2014. The other one of these, I've got a yellow one somewhere in here. I do keep and wear clothes for decades. There's so many examples of stuff I'm holding up that I have had for literally 15, 20 years. Like this, a scarf I had when I was literally a kid. Another weird skirt that I had. This is the yellow top that I mentioned. That's gotta go. We've got uniforms, because I was in Stageability, Sullivan's for years. See, I want to keep that as an apron. I wore this in so many videos when I was at university, which was a extremely bad period of my life. So why don't I want to get rid of the stuff from the bad period? Why do I want to keep the stuff? Got another apron, that can go. See, that's easy. Another Stageability uniform. A random t-shirt. See this. There's just so many shots of me smiling at clothes. This is inside out, but this is quite a sexy t-shirt because of the way it's cut. It's tight-fitting. I bought this in a thrift store in New York. Again, it's tie-dye. I love tie-dye. But I have lots of memories wearing that in New York and feeling good about myself. I was given this in 2014 and the material just didn't last. So that's going. I can't believe how much stuff I've got. Now this made me feel quite grown up. I loved the shoulders. I wore it in those photos there. So I wish I could do more photos like that. I felt really good about myself at that point in my life, visually. This, I wore that in this video. Now this is just disgusting, but it has been a best friend over the years. Now this is a good example of how I put on weight, then lost weight. I was this big when I was doing my GCSEs. Look, you're gonna hit your head. Ow! I lost over a stone in weight out of stress during that period. So yeah, that doesn't fit anymore. I have lots of trousers that I need to get rid of that are too big. This is revolting. It's not real, it's fake, don't worry. But yeah, I found this in a charity shop in 2007. You can see me wearing it in this video here. It was a fancy dress. I would not have worn this in public. Okay, that's another box, bag, done. Next box. Oh, see, that goes with my outfit. Why am I getting rid of that? Do I have to get rid of that? Oh, hello. Those I've worn in so many things in the past. This and a white one, but I'm keeping the white one. Oh, I remember this. I did a few vlogs wearing this in 2011 when I had no hair. I had less hair accessories back then. And it was a period of my life when I was trying to hide my hair loss from everybody. So I remember going into college wearing this and somebody at college said to me, "Why have you got a bandage on your head?" And that annoyed me and I never wore it again in public. Here's a few clips of me at that same period. You can see I'm missing hair left, right and centre. I didn't have a wig at that point either, by the way. But if you can see somebody is trying to cover up something like that, don't point it out. Don't make them feel bad for it. Someone made me this years ago. It says magical stuff. This was my mum's. I had permission to get rid of that. A feather boa that I've had since I was about 5. That's going. Here's the other skirt. So if I get rid of that one, I will keep the other one. I'm still debating whether or not to get rid of this. I bought this when I was in Oregon. I was out along the coast of Oregon somewhere and I didn't have a hat, so I bought that. See, if it was firmer, then that would be better. Oh, and it flips inside out. Keep. No, no! Another scarf that I wore in this video here. I'm getting rid of that because I don't really like that colour, and also it's too heavy, it's too long. That's another thing that I found really difficult with this whole process, is the amount of dust. I wouldn't say I'm allergic to dust, but I do react to dust. In the way that you sort of react with hay fever, that's how I react with dust. So I've been quite ill on and off this month with all the dust and all the boxes. I feel like I'm gonna sneeze. We have this, I wore that at Lush because the colour scheme was black and white, but the elastic's gone. Oh, now this I was talking about with Mum today, whether or not to get rid of that. I wore that in these videos. I associate clothes with videos and periods. That can go, that can go, that can go. Can't get stuff. Right, big box. This is the big one. Right, woohoo! Right. I wore that in a video that I really don't like. You might be able to find it based on what I'm wearing. Those are going to charity. My Hollister jumper. Now I've kept the red one. I had a red and a blue one. The material has really degraded over time, but I felt like I was in Harry Potter, you know, with Mrs. Weasley and all the jumpers. But the red one looks more like it's supposed to be Harry Potter, whereas that, it sort of blends in. Trousers. I was given these by a family friend and I grew into them. So again, that's what I was like when I was about 16. I should say that there is nothing wrong with being bigger. I'm just talking about how I've changed in size. I am really tiny compared to 16-year-old me. When I look at my old videos, I'm just so chubby in the face. It's like watching a different person. Over the years, I've tried to continue wearing my clothes, but I have reached a point where so many of them don't fit. I mean, in the last 3 years, I've been buying different things that have fit, but many of the stuff that I've held on to is too big. Like this. I wore this in several videos, but I remember wearing this specifically in my Triggering Tricksters video in 2014. It's too big. Ellie and I had matching skirts of this. I might have already got rid of one of these, but they're going somehow. A random scarf, that's recycling. Oh, I may still keep it. I love the colour. I really, really love the colour. And I do have space in my scarf box. Maybe. Maybe. That's going. Ugh. In 2006, when I was 13, around the time I started YouTube, I went to a birthday party of a girl who wasn't particularly nice to me, and I really dressed up. I wanted to sort of blend in. She made nasty comments about what I was wearing, including this, and the shoes I had. She pointed out that the labels were on the shoes as well. She just made me feel bad about myself. That night was also one of the first times I can remember kissing somebody. I'm still friends with him on Facebook. I doubt he remembers. We were all camping in a tent in the parents' garden. We were 13, we were supervised up to a certain point anyway, and we did a game with ice cubes. We passed an ice cube around. This is making me sick just thinking about it. And that was my first experience kissing a boy to get the ice, yeah. As I said, it's like I'm a different person, because now I would never even dream of kissing somebody at all. Like, don't come anywhere near me. I don't kiss. I don't kiss. I don't have sex. This is Ellie's. I need confirmation that I can get rid of that. Oh, there's the other skirt. I'm actually reaching that point where I've got clothes behind me, clothes in front of me, clothes over there. I do actually feel a bit overwhelmed in clothes. Going serious just for a moment, but some people do actually die from suffocation from the amount of stuff they have. That sounds really over the top, but there are cases, and I can believe it. I'm lucky in that my parents have allowed my brother, sister and I to store our stuff in the garage. I wouldn't be able to cope with the amount of stuff I have in the living space, the space I actually have. So whilst it's fun and games to joke, there's also a serious side to all of this. I am struggling to let go of these two. I wore these in my Parent Trap videos in 2009, that period. And I like them, but I never ever wear them. That's really hard to let go of. We have those. There's one, I've got another one somewhere. I bought these in a charity shop about 5 years ago, and they were perfect when I bought them. I wore these to the Mind Awards in 2014. That was the year I was presenting, and I wore this lovely dress, and I felt like a princess. I find it very rare to find shoes that fit, and I don't wear heels very often, so they were special. They are special, but as you can see, they're falling apart. They've got to go. Another skirt to go, a belt, another weird top, a weird glove. Oh, this I want to cut up and turn into some stuff, like put in photo frames or something. I like the material. That has a history with me. A flip-flop. Oh. A random bag. I got this coat. I really, really like it. This is another piece of clothing that I associate with college and a boyfriend from that period. You can also see me wearing this coat in this video here, which is no longer on YouTube. I had to take it down in 2010. Back when YouTube were deleting or asking you to remove any videos which had copyrighted content. Now they just slam adverts on everything. Back then it was a different world. That can go. A denim jacket that I never wore. This is quite sad. This is too small. I've taken years to sort of realise that I can't wear it anymore. The last time I really remember wearing it was university. You can see me wearing it there. But yeah, in theory, I've been wearing this since I was about 12. as shown by this photo of me and my granddad. That can go. Another belt, scarf. Oh, I bought this in the Netherlands. I still actually like it, but memories, again, I just want to move on from the memories. It's funny, I'm getting rid of stuff because of memories, but I'm also holding things because of memories. Memories can be good and bad things. That can go. I've had that since I was about 13. Another denim jacket, another skirt. I loved that skirt, but the zip keeps coming down. Actually, that needs to be recycled, I think. I may keep that for an apron because it's got oil paint all over it. This is me wearing it in the 2000s. Now these were my sister's and then they were mine, and they still fit. Woo! I'm floating! Not really, I'm on a thingamabob. But they're falling apart. Oh, confession time. Now I did say that I would get rid of this and I didn't. This is one of the only things that I held back on in November, I think. But yes, it's got to go. Maybe if I put it in something, I won't know I've thrown it away until it's too late. This dress I like, I love it. I love how it sits on the shoulders, but it's too short. Again, you can see my knickers. That's not really a good thing. Some black trousers that are too big. I wore that in lots of clone photos, actually. Oh, the other shoe. I wore that when I was Tinkerbell. Shorts that are about 13 years old. Ellie's gloves from the noughties. More Ellie's gloves from the noughties. Another example of something I've worn to shreds. I bought that when I was in New York. Now this shouldn't be in there, but that's going. That's broken. These don't fit. This I loved. Again, I wore this at Lush, and then my mum stained it purple. I hate purple. Just... This is a jumper that I've had for about 13 years. I'm actually wearing it in this clip here. I've just been shot, and that footage has taken me back to 2008. Yes. Right, another empty box. This I don't want to let go of. I had difficulty getting that off. I have lots of memories with that. Like the orange top, I sort of need to ruin it before I can get rid of it. I could still wear that. That's the problem, things still fit. Ooh. One of my Lush aprons, I had 3 I think in the end. If you forgot to bring your apron to work, you were sent home. So having more than one was a good thing, but not anymore. Ow, ow! This was Ellie's, but Ellie says I can get rid of it. This has tons of bad memories. Veselka, New York. Yes! It's like I wanted to throw that away 4 years. Not 4 years, 4 years. Now that I might keep as an apron. That's really warm. Despite what it looks like, it's like thermal. We have a coat. This was originally my sister's, and then when she didn't want it anymore, I took it. And although I hate the coat, I hate the colour, I hate the style, it's a practical coat. It's warm and the pockets were just about right. So whilst I hate it, it was such a practical coat. But now I have my red one, which I love, so I'm kind of swapping them over. That, it's too big. I mean, the cleavage is so low. My boobs were bigger when I was a teenager. Usually it's the other way around. Your boobs get bigger as you get older. I will never forget when I had to go down a bra size in my early 20s. However, I have friends that have massive breasts, and from their stories concerning them, I'm quite happy to have a small chest. I'm going into depth about my chest, but I am quite happy with it. I can create a line if I wear a particular bra. It can be flat if I want it to. Another pair of jeans that are too big. Just wow. Just that's going. This was terrible. I bought this and I loved it, but it fell apart so easily. That's falling apart. Another waistcoat. And that's it. That's everything. For now. There's more stuff in the study. I've got whole piles of books downstairs. Here's a few shots of books that I'm getting rid of. Some art books that I was given by a relative that are donkey's years old, falling apart, so they're going to the library and if not, to the tip. Here's some other bits and bobs. Here's a few photos of things I've already gotten rid of. So yeah, I'm now going to cut to me bagging this all up and then giving this away and recycling it. So I filmed this video at the beginning of February. We're closing on March now, and since filming this I have got rid of even more stuff. I've got rid of so much stuff that I have lost count of everything. If I hadn't photographed everything I wouldn't remember. All of this doesn't do justice what I have got rid of and how good I feel. It's a complex feeling. I feel both sad, stressed, worried. Already I've thrown something out that I feel I need, and I just feel really panicky. So I did go to the recycling plant and I recycled as much as possible. Here is me throwing away all that stuff. I think it took about a minute to do that, which is no time at all, to be honest. Walking away from that was tough. I felt lighter, physically because I wasn't carrying the stuff, but I felt better. As for the stuff that I'm donating to charity, I'm still doing that. I'm giving something away every week. And it's odd. I don't like it. When I'm throwing things away, that's it. That's the end of its lifespan. I'm the one that's looked after it for its entire life. Whereas going to other people, I worry. It's a strange feeling. I want people to look after my stuff, although it's not my stuff anymore. Bringing this to a close, I feel like this has been a massive stepping stone in a good direction. I do feel good. I feel better right now. My future self might not agree, but for now, that's how I feel. And just before I go, yes, the move went well. I am in the flat. This is the flat. And there you are. Ta-da! And now I'm in. I want to get rid of more stuff, but I will save that for another time. I am now going to go. Thank you for watching, if you did watch the whole of this, and I will see you in my next one. I should say that my videos are going up in a weird order at the moment. The next one will be about the move, despite the fact I'm in. Hopefully this all makes sense. Bye bye everyone.
Oscar, come here. Come here. I'm doing it. It's Oscar from over here. Hello. You good boy.
Another 30 boxes to go.